In this video, we dive into fighters who just couldn't keep their traps shut.
Shane fight me is like a dog scratching off a flea. It's going to be easy.
Flapping their gums, running their mouths, and then getting absolutely starched for it.
The prediction for tonight is pain.
Barrett acted like Shane Cameron was nothing more than a harmless puff of air.
I'm going to be able to hit that jaw all night. I didn't know his jaw was that big.
Shane and Ken. I don't give a about neither one of them. You're about to feel it tomorrow. It's not a game. It's not a game. I'm here to play and tear his head off.
I wrote a poem about this fight. Shane fight me is like a dog scratching off a flea. It's going to be easy.
Then Barrett left his guard hanging open like an unlocked front door, practically inviting a right hand in for T.
Mansfield got him the opportunity to get it back, working also with Samson, Lukowicz, and here they are. And what a shot! And you know, I sensed it because that right hand, they were like timing it out.
Cameron didn't exactly sneak the punch in. He telegraphed it with the subtlety of a flashing neon sign. But somehow, it still landed clean and hard enough to rewrite Barrett's evening plans.
I wrote a poem about this fight. Shane fight me is like a dog scratching off a flea. It's going to be easy.
Jimmy Flint got a little too full of himself in the 4th round of a British title eliminator at the Albert Hall. He dropped his hands, gave Steve Sims a cheeky invitation to have a swing.
And he's taking a few there, and he's got him. That will be that, I think. A left hand finish it, and Flint struck his head on the floor as he went down. And there was no way he was ever going to beat that. And Steve Sims from Newport has pulled off an astounding win here in the 4th round.
One clean shot later, Flint was spread out on the canvas like a starfish auditioning for a beach documentary.
And then the final left. And a right that missed. That's the last one.
Sims is the winner.
And as he went down, he struck his head hard on the canvas. So Steve Sims from Newport, who celebrated his 23rd birthday only last Saturday.
Danny Garcia was in an absolute mismatch against Rod here.
He appeared on Show Extreme and dropped. Oh, and he just got rattled there by Danny Garcia, and down goes Rod Salka.
Beautiful use of the jab to set up the overhand here by Danny.
Looks a lot like Marcus Maidana when he does that, doesn't it? That's his trademark.
Danny's hooking game is explosive. The kind of punches that sneak up on you because he's usually busy hammering the body first. He's got this weird style too, throwing bombs from way down low, often without even looking at his target.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right? Yeah, I'm good.
Under a minute left in the 2nd round.
Legit nukes are coming at Rod, and he doesn't know how to defend himself.
Unloading.
So even the referee Steve Woe is making a face like he wants to stop this.
And he may be very close to doing so, but Salka showing his grit. And Hart gets rocked with that left hook. Salka down, and it's over. Statement made by Danny Garcia.
Rod pounds his chest at Danny in a show of bravado. He then gets absolutely starched.
Determination, but Danny Garcia has one of the better left hooks in boxing, and that one landed flush. And thank goodness, as you see him hit the canvas very hard, thank goodness Rod Salka was able to get up from this.
Spoiler alert, chest pounding while nuclear bombs are coming at you is not a strategy that works. Notice how Rod's head is bouncing off the canvas here. He is literally out cold. This is one of the most brutal finishes I've ever seen. Allen talked a big game and looked the part of a tough guy.
Yeah, well, listen, he has a bullying style, bullying mentality, and you can't bully a savage. I mean, I'm the ultimate bully.
But his chin, let's just say it raised more red flags than a malfunctioning traffic light.
The right hand, and down goes Babic. To a knee, he's shaking his head, but I think he was in a little bit of trouble before that landed. Maybe it was that left hook that you picked out, because just looking at him across the ring, he didn't look.
Lucas doesn't mess around. He attacks like prime Mike Tyson with a deadline. When your opponent makes you do the funky chicken dance in the ring, you know you took a beating.
Cover up and get through this. The hometown fighter, though, is setting about him, and the referee has stepped in and stopped it. Babic complains, but there was very little coming back.
Position 2, there's that right hand. Yeah, he got nailed with the right hand, didn't he? And you see him there, his legs are all over the place.
Saying that this is give or take a 4-round fight. Is that how you're seeing it?
Yeah, well, listen, he has a bullying style, bullying mentality, and you can't bully the Savage. I mean, I'm the ultimate bully.
Danny strutted into the ring with all the confidence of someone who's just discovered his reflection in a shiny surface. His overwhelming cockiness wasn't just for show, it was a carefully calibrated attempt to throw off his opponents. Notice how full of himself he is. He acted like the world owed him a standing ovation before the fight started.
He should do what he's been instructed to do in his corner, and that's to box. If he boxes this guy, it's a much easier fight. If he's so Cleverly should just use his boxing skills. Doesn't have to be in close with him.
But Cleverly was throwing hands like his rent was due. That right hand was clocking in overtime.
From those days, John.
Just a bit. Right hand. Down he goes again.
Danny stayed cocky, showboating like it was an audition for Dancing with the Stars, until gravity reminded him it's undefeated. He hit the mat and tried to play it cool, but looked like a man trying to nap on a roller coaster.
Mr. Howard Foster, I beg to differ.
No, nothing left. Referee should stop this one. He's got nothing left.
There it is, it's all over. In the 7th round.
His ability to go with it. Look at this right hand. That was right behind the ear, I think, that one, John. Couldn't right, nothing left.
He ducked low, didn't he? Here was where the finish came. Teeing off almost at will, and I think that's a merciful conclusion. We'd called it, and Howard Foster in there just a couple of seconds later, I think.
Out of the blue corner, wearing white trunks with red and blue trim.
Check out the cockiest fighter intro you've ever seen. Hembrick strutted in like he was headlining a Vegas dance show, not a boxing match. Even after the introductions, he kept up his synchronized routine like he'd mistaken the ring for a stage and the crowd for backup dancers.
Extremely loose, very confident, and he puts on a show. As a professional, but tonight there is no question that he will be getting his best test.
He came in as the heavy favorite, but that went out the window the moment he got clipped.
Very flamboyant Anthony Hembrick. He has that Magic Johnson, Isaiah Thomas, and he has the smile wiped off his face. It may be over.
He's not going to beat the count. Hembrick is still hurt.
Struggling to his feet.
To his credit, Hembrick showed plenty of heart, but the cockiness had vanished like a magician's assistant. He was all instincts and panic, running on fumes and muscle memory.
Hembrick, he could smell it now. Hembrick, no balance, goes down. Struggling to survive. Facing his first defeat as a pro. No 3 knockdown rule in effect. He says he's okay.
He is hurt.
Survive the 20 seconds. It is over. 3 strikes and you're out. Booker T. Word has come into the backyard of Anthony Hembrick and taken him out in 1.
Hembrick is still down. He was hurt from the first knockout. His cornermen, trainers, managers, Frank Kane, Jared Wilson, very concerned. He's wishing that he missed the bus tonight.
By the final bell, the illusion had shattered, the fight was over, and Hembrick wasn't just beaten, he was completely exposed. This fight is unintentionally hilarious. Charles came in overflowing with cockiness, showboating like he was too good to be touched, and treating his less experienced opponent like an inconvenience rather than a threat. Then he got clipped hard. One clean shot and his legs turned to IKEA furniture. All wobbly, no support. Somehow the referee decided this circus needed an encore and waved the fight on. Charles, barely upright and clearly operating on autopilot, got bludgeoned straight back to the canvas like he'd forgotten gravity was still in effect. It's a textbook case of someone flying too close to the spotlight and getting punched back to reality. Juan Diaz, known as the Baby Bull, entered the ring brimming with confidence, as if Marquez was just a warm-up before the real fight.
The prediction for tonight is pain.
Meanwhile, Marquez, ever the quiet assassin, looked like he'd shown up for a chess match, not a brawl.
Juan Diaz es 50% mexicano y 50% americano, y yo soy 100% mexicano.
Diaz came out blazing, all energy and aggression.
And are they ever? What a big left hook by Diaz. Marquez trying to fire back, lands a right cross and a left hook.
After round one, he taunted Marquez, clearly feeling himself.
They taunt each other.
He kept jawing at Marquez throughout the fight.
Takes a hard right hand, lands a hard right hand, takes a hard right hand.
He didn't realize that Marquez looks at a boxing fight the same way he looks at a mathematics test in high school. Marquez wasn't there to entertain, he was there to calculate. A technical genius, he quietly downloaded Diaz's patterns like a software update, and once the system was fully installed, the fight was functionally over.
In his hometown. And he's supposedly the stronger man. And he's hurt. A huge uppercut. Down goes Diaz.
Well, it's all because he doesn't know how to clinch.
Can he make it out of the ring? 35 seconds to go. A very brave Juan Diaz will probably go back to fighting.
A experienced fighter would probably clinch, but I don't think that's what he's going to do.
And look at Marquez go to the body. Look at him go to the body to try to set up the finish. And what a right hand. And that will be that.
What you just saw was a really good young fighter knocked out by a great old fighter.
Marquez is one of the most skilled fighters I've ever seen. When he smells blood, he doesn't just go in. He brings a catalog of punches and lets you sample every variety.
That was the first knockdown. Okay. Here's another look at the first knockdown, Emmanuel.
Right hand, but what amazed me was the precision and the accuracy of the punches from Marquez. He didn't miss too many punches, and he was punching from all angles, even as he was twisting and turning.
Diaz gave it everything, no doubt, but the young warrior found out the hard way that charging into a technician like Marquez is no bueno.
The prediction for tonight is pain.
Uppercut.
The one thing that Marquez
set up by the body shots.
Marquez mixed up his punches. So he threw punches over the top and then he threw punches up underneath.
The sheer professionalism of the knockout, an amazing thing.
Joel decided it'd be smart to disrespect Marquez before the fight. He wore a Mexican sombrero like it was a costume party and carried himself like he was auditioning for a role in How to Annoy an Entire Nation.
Touching Marquez.
At the weigh-in, he doubled down, still convinced he'd outclass Marquez.
Being taunted in front of each other, we got a barn burner on.
Pero esa noche hay un solo ganador, esa noche soy yo, que van a ganar por nocaut.
Play with the man. He's gonna fight with the man. He's not gonna be fighting with Manny Pacquiao, none of these young little pounders. He's gonna be fighting with the real man, and when he feels my powers, he's gonna realize he's in the ring with the lion.
Confidence is good. Delusion, less so. To be fair, Joel was no slouch. An Olympic gold medalist with plenty of skill. The fight was close for a while, right up until the 11th. Then Marquez unleashed.
And he drops him with a big right hand.
Big right hand. He's in a lot of trouble. See if he can weather these last 20 seconds.
Got 20 seconds to go, and Marquez will
come in for the
jump on him.
Tries to get him turned. It won't take a lot. Marquez trying to finish the deal here. Remember, Casamayor has never been knocked out. He's down again, and that's it. It's over. Juan Manuel Marquez is the champion.
That's just what Marquez...
His hands started flying like a machine gun. It was like he tapped into some ancient Mexican warrior code and let it do the rest. And when Marquez has his opponent hurt, it's not just dangerous, it's surgical. Every punch has a purpose. Joel didn't stand a chance.
Look at that right hand. Thing of beauty. And he did a great job to get him turned, not let him clinch.
Moral of the story, don't disrespect a Mexican.